Welcome back to Footnotes and Folly, and to Romeo and Juliet. I am Pemberton. This is part 2. Beneath Juliet's window, in the moonlit Capulet orchard, the two young lovers pledge themselves to one another, Juliet wondering aloud why the boy she loves must be a Montague, the one name she may not love. By morning Romeo has won the help of the kindly, scheming Friar Lawrence, who agrees to marry them in secret, hoping their union might at last heal the family's feud, and with the bawdy old nurse carrying messages between them, the two are quietly wed that very afternoon. But the feud will not be cheated. Within the hour Romeo's quick-tongued friend Mercutio and Juliet's hot-blooded cousin Tybalt cross swords in the street, and the day that began with a wedding ends in 2 deaths and a banishment. Let us go on.
Romeo enters Capulet's garden. Juliet appears above at a window. He laughs at scars who never felt a wound. But wait! What light is breaking through that window? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Rise, beautiful sun, and kill the jealous moon, who is already sick and pale with grief because you, her servant, are far more beautiful than she is. Do not serve her, since she is jealous. Her virgin's clothing is sickly green, and only fools wear it. Throw it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, if only she knew she was. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye is speaking, I will answer it. I am too bold. She is not speaking to me. 2 of the fairest stars in heaven, having business elsewhere, have begged her eyes to shine in their places until they return. What if her eyes were there, and the stars were in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight shames a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would stream so brightly through the air that birds would sing and think it was not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, I wish I were a glove upon that hand, so I might touch that cheek. Ah me! She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for you are as glorious above my head tonight as a winged messenger from heaven is to the white, upturned, wondering eyes of mortals who fall back to gaze on him when he rides across the slow, swelling clouds and sails upon the breast of the air. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, why must you be Romeo? Deny your father, and refuse your name. Or, if you will not, only swear you love me, and I will no longer be a Capulet. Romeo speaks aside. Shall I listen longer, or shall I speak now? It is only your name that is my enemy. You would still be yourself, even if you were not a Montague. What is Montague? It is not a hand, or a foot, or an arm, or a face, or any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What is in a name? The thing we call a rose would smell as sweet by any other name. So Romeo, if he were not called Romeo, would keep that dear perfection he owns without that title. Romeo, throw off your name, and in exchange for your name, which is no part of you, take all of me. I take you at your word. Call me only Love, and I will be newly baptized. From now on I will never be Romeo. What man are you, hidden by night like this, who has stumbled upon my private thoughts? By a name, I do not know how to tell you who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to me because it is an enemy to you. If I had it written down, I would tear up the word. My ears have not yet heard 100 words from your tongue, yet I know the sound. Are you not Romeo and a Montague? Neither one, fair maid, if either one displeases you. How did you come here? Tell me, and why? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place means death for you considering who you are, if any of my kinsmen find you here. With love's light wings I flew over these walls, because stone limits cannot keep love out, and what love can do love dares to attempt. Therefore your kinsmen are no obstacle to me. If they see you, they will murder you. Alas, there is more danger in your eye than in 20 of their swords. Only look kindly on me, and I am protected against their hatred. I would not have them see you here for the world. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And if you do not love me, let them find me here. It would be better for my life to end by their hate than to have death delayed while I live without your love. Who guided you to find this place? Love, who first prompted me to ask. He gave me advice, and I gave him eyes. I am no pilot, yet if you were as far away as the vast shore washed by the farthest sea, I would risk the voyage for such treasure. You know the mask of night is on my face. Otherwise a maiden blush would color my cheek for what you have heard me say tonight. I would gladly keep proper manners, gladly deny what I have spoken. But farewell, ceremony. Do you love me? I know you will say yes, and I will take your word. Yet if you swear, you may prove false. They say Jove laughs at lovers' broken oaths. O gentle Romeo, if you love me, say it faithfully. Or if you think I am too quickly won, I will frown and act contrary and tell you no, if that will make you woo me. Otherwise, not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too loving, and therefore you may think my behavior too light. But trust me, gentlemen, I will prove more true than those who are more skilled at acting distant. I should have been more distant, I admit, if you had not overheard before I knew it my true love's passion. So pardon me, and do not blame this yielding on shallow love, which the dark night has revealed. Lady, by that blessed moon above, which tips all these tree tops with silver, I vow. Oh, do not swear by the moon, the changeable moon, that changes every month in its round path, or your love may prove just as changeable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. Or, if you must, swear by your gracious self, which is the God I worship, and I will believe you. If my heart's dear love, well, do not swear. Although I am happy in you, I take no joy in this promise tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too much like lightning, which is gone before one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love, ripened by summer's breath, may become a beautiful flower the next time we meet. Good night, good night. May sweet rest and peace come to your heart as they are in my breast. Oh, will you leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction can you have tonight? The exchange of your faithful vow of love for mine. I gave you mine before you asked for it, and yet I wish it were still mine to give again. Would you take it back? For what purpose, love? Only to be generous and give it to you again. And yet, I only wish for what I already have. My generosity is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to you, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise inside. Dear love, farewell. The nurse calls from within. Coming, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay just a little, I will come again. Juliet exits. O blessed, blessed night. Since it is night, I am afraid all this is only a dream, too flatteringly sweet to be real. Juliet enters again above. 3 words, dear Romeo, and then good night indeed. If your love is honorable and your purpose is marriage, send me word tomorrow by someone I will arrange to come to you, telling where and what time you will perform the rite. Then I will lay all my fortunes at your feet and follow you, my lord, throughout the world. Madame. I am coming soon. But if you do not mean well, I beg you. Madame. I am coming right away to stop your pursuit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send. So may my soul prosper. 1,000 times good night. Juliet exits. 1,000 times worse to be without your light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys run from their books, but love goes from love like schoolboys trudging toward school with heavy faces. Romeo withdraws slowly. Juliet re-enters above. Hist. Romeo hissed. Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this young falcon back again. Captivity is hoarse and cannot speak aloud, or else I would tear open the cave where Echo lies and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine by repeating my Romeo's name. It is my soul that calls my name. How silver sweet lovers' voices sound by night, like the softest music to listening ears. Romeo. My young hawk? What time tomorrow shall I send to you? By 9 o'clock. I will not fail. It feels like 20 years until then. I have forgotten why I called you back. Let me stand here until you remember it. I will forget it just to have you keep standing there, remembering how much I love your company. And I will keep staying, to have you keep forgetting any home except this one. It is almost morning. I would have you gone, and yet no farther than a spoiled child's bird, which she lets hop a little from her hand like a poor prisoner in twisted shackles, then pulls back again with a silk thread, so lovingly jealous of its freedom. I wish I were your bird. Sweet, so do I. Yet I would kill you with too much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night until it is tomorrow. Juliet exits. May sleep dwell upon your eyes and peace in your breast. I wish I were sleep and peace, so sweetly to rest there. Now I will go to my ghostly sire's cell, to ask his help and tell him my dear good fortune. Romeo exits. Friar Lawrence enters with a basket. The grey morning smiles on the frowning night, streaking the eastern clouds with light. Spotted darkness reels away like a drunkard from the path of day, driven by Titan's fiery wheels. Now, before the sun lifts his burning eye to cheer the day and dry the night's damp dew, I must fill this wicker basket of ours with harmful weeds and flowers full of precious juice. The earth is nature's mother, and it is also her tomb. What serves as her burying grave also serves as her womb. From that womb we find children of many kinds, all drawing life from her natural breast. Many are excellent for many virtues. None exists without some virtue, though all are different. Oh, great is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. Nothing so vile lives on the earth that it does not give the earth some special good, and nothing is so good that, if twisted away from its proper use, it does not rebel against its true nature and fall into abuse. Virtue itself turns into vice when misused, and vice can sometimes be made honorable by the right action. Romeo enters. Inside the young skin of this small flower, poison lives and medicine has power. If it is smelled, it cheers every part of the body through the senses. If it is tasted, it kills all the senses along with the heart. Two such opposing kings are always camped in people as well as in herbs, grace and rough will. And where the worse one rules, the canker of death soon eats up that plant. Good morning, father. Bless you. What early voice greets me so sweetly? Young son, it suggests a troubled mind to say good morning to your bed so soon. Care keeps watch in every old man's eye, and where care lives, sleep will never lie down. But where unhurt youth, with an uncluttered mind, lays down its limbs, golden sleep reigns. So your being up this early assures me you have been disturbed by some disorder, or if not, then I have guessed it right. Our Romeo has not been in bed tonight. That last part is true. I had a sweeter rest. God pardon sin. Were you with Rosaline? With Rosaline, my spiritual father? No. I have forgotten that name, and the sorrow that went with it. That is my good son. But where have you been then? I will tell you before you ask me again. I have been feasting with my enemy, where suddenly someone wounded me, and I wounded that person too. The cure for both of us lies in your help and holy medicine. I carry no hatred, blessed man, because my plea for help also benefits my enemy. Speak plainly, good son, and make your meaning simple. A confession full of riddles receives only riddling absolution. Then plainly know this, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine is fixed on hers, so hers is fixed on mine. Everything is joined already except what you must join by holy marriage. When, where, and how we met, wooed, and exchanged vows, I will tell you as we go, but this is what I beg. Consent to marry us today. Holy St. Francis! What a change is this! Is Rosaline, whom you loved so dearly, so soon abandoned? Then young men's love truly lies not in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, how much salty water washed your pale cheeks for Rosaline? How much salt water was thrown away, wasted to season a love that did not even taste it? The sun has not yet cleared your sighs from heaven. Your old groans still ring in my old ears. Look, there on your cheek still sits the stain of an old tear that has not washed off yet. If you were ever yourself, and those sorrows were yours, then you and those sorrows were all for Rosaline. And are you changed? Then say this sentence: women may fall when there is no strength in men. You often scolded me for loving Rosaline, for doting on her, not for loving my pupil. And you told me to bury love, not to lay one love in a grave so you could pull another one out. Please do not scold me. The woman I love now returns grace for grace and love for love. The other did not. Oh, she knew well that your love was reading by rote and could not truly spell. But come, young wavering man, come with me. In one respect I will help you. This alliance may prove so happy that it turns your household's bitterness into pure love. Oh, let us go. I am in a sudden hurry. Wisely and slowly. Those who run fast stumble. They exit. And Folio and Mercutio enter on a street. Where the devil can this Romeo be? Did he not come home tonight? Not to his father's house. I spoke with a servant. Why, that same pale, hard-hearted girl, that Rosaline, torments him so much that he will surely go mad. Tybalt, old Capulet's kinsman, has sent a letter to Romeo's father's house. A challenge on my life. Romeo will answer it. Any man who can write can answer a letter. No, he will answer the letter's master, daring him as he has been dared. Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed by a fair girl's dark eye, pierced through the ear by a love song, the very center of his heart split by Cupid's blunt arrow. Is he the man to face Tybalt? Why, what is Tybalt? More than the Prince of Cats. Oh, he is the brave captain of formal courtesies. He fights the way you sing from written notes, keeping time, distance, and proportion. He pauses for his little rest, 1, 2, and the third thrust is in your chest. He is the butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the finest school, of the first and second cause for quarrel. Ah, the immortal forward thrust, the reverse point, the pass. The what? A plague on such affected, lisping, old-fashioned fantasies, these new tuners of accent. By Jesu, a very good blade, a very fine man, a very good whore. Why, is it not pitiful, old sir, that we should be afflicted by these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these pardon-me fellows, who care so much about the newest style that they cannot sit comfortably on an old bench? Oh, their bones, their bones! Romeo enters. Here comes Romeo, here comes Romeo. Without his roe, like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, flesh, how you have turned into fish! Now he is made for the numbers Petrarch flowed in. Laura, compared with his lady, was only a kitchen maid, though she had a better lover to rhyme about her. Dido was a dowdy Cleopatra, a gypsy Helen and hero worthless girls and whores, this grey-eyed thing or so, but nothing to the purpose. Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French greeting for your French trousers. You gave us the slip neatly last night. Good morning to you both. What slip did I give you? The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not understand? Pardon me, good Mercutio. My business was serious, and in a case like mine a man may stretch courtesy. That is as much as saying that a case like yours makes a man bend at the knees. Meaning to curtsy. You have hit it most kindly. A most courteous explanation. No, I am the very pink of courtesy. Pink as in flower. Right. Then my shoe's well flowered. Sharp wit, follow this joke now until you have worn out your shoe, so that when the single sole of it is worn thin, the joke may remain after the wearing, solely singular. Oh, single, sole joke solely singular because of its singleness. Come between us, good Benvolio. My wits are fainting. Switches and spurs, or I will cry a match. No, if your wits run the wild goose chase, I am done. You have more of the wild goose in one of your wits than I surely have in all my 5. Was I with you there for the goose? You were never with me for anything when you were not there for the goose. I will bite you by the ear for that joke. No, good goose, do not bite. Your wit is a very bitter-sweet apple. It is a very sharp sauce. And is it not well served with a sweet goose? Oh, here is wit made of kidskin, stretching from an inch narrow to an ell broad. I stretch it out for that word broad, which, added to the goose, proves you far and wide a broad goose. Why, is this not better now than groaning for love? Now you are sociable. Now you are Romeo. Now you are what you are, by skill as well as by nature. For this slobbering love is like a great fool who runs lolling up and down to hide his toy in a hole. Stop there, stop there. You want me to stop my tail against the grain? Otherwise you would have made your tail too large. Oh, you are mistaken. I would have made it short, for I had reached the whole depth of my tail and truly meant to occupy the subject no longer. Nurse and Peter enter. Here is fine business. A sail, a sail. Too, a shirt and a smock. Peter. Coming. My fan, Peter. Good Peter, give it to her to hide her face, for her fan is the prettier face. God give you good morning, gentlemen. God give you good afternoon, fair gentlewoman. Is it afternoon? No less, I tell you, for the body hand of the clock is now on the point of noon. Shame on you. What kind of man are you? One gentlewoman, whom God made for himself to spoil. By my faith, that is well said, for himself to spoil, says he. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo? I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you have found him than he was when you began looking for him. I am the youngest of that name, for lack of a worse one. You speak well. Yes, is the worst well? Very well taken by faith, wisely, wisely. If you are he, sir, I would like some private confidence with you. She will invite him to some supper. A go, atween, a go, atween, a go, atween. So ho! What have you found? No hare, sir, unless it is a hare in a Lenten pie, already somewhat stale and grey before it is eaten. An old grey hare, is very good meat in Lent, but a hare that is grey is too much for tooty when it grows stale before it is eaten. Romeo, will you come to your father's? We are going there to dinner. I will follow you. Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell, lady. Mercutio and Benvolio exit. Please, sir, what saucy tradesman was that so full of his roguery? A gentleman, nurse, who loves to hear himself talk, and will say more in a minute than he will stand by in a month. If he says anything against me, I will take him down, even if he were stronger than he is, and 20 such fellows besides. And if I cannot, I will find those who can. Scurvy knave! I am none of his loose women. I am none of his knife companions. And you must stand by too, and let every knave use me however he pleases. I saw no man use you however he pleased. If I had, my weapon would quickly have been out. I promise you, I dare draw as quickly as another man, if I see cause in a good quarrel and the law is on my side. Now, before God, I am so vexed that every part of me trembles. Scurvy knave! Please, sir, a word. As I told you, my young lady asked me to seek you out. What she told me to say I will keep to myself. But first let me tell you, if you should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it would be a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, for the gentlewoman is young. Therefore, if you should deal dishonestly with her, truly it would be a bad thing to offer any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing. Nurse, commend me to your lady and mistress. I swear to you. Good heart, and by faith I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman. What will you tell her, nurse? You are not listening to me. I will tell her, sir, that you do swear, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer. Tell her to find some way to come to confession this afternoon, and there, at Friar Lawrence's cell, she shall be confessed and married. Here is something for your trouble. No, truly, sir, not a penny. Go on. I say you shall take it. This afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there. And wait, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within this hour, my man will be with you and bring cords made like a rope ladder, which must carry me to the highest peak of my joy in this secret night. Farewell, be trustworthy, and I will repay your trouble. Farewell. Commend me to your mistress. Now God in heaven bless you. Listen, sir. What do you say, my dear nurse? Is your man secret? Have you never heard it said, two may keep counsel if one is put away? I promise you my man is as true as steel. Well, sir, my mistress is the sweetest lady. Lord. When she was a little chattering thing, oh, there is a nobleman in town, one Paris, who would gladly make his claim, but she, good soul, would rather see a toad, a real toad, than see him. I sometimes anger her and tell her that Paris is the handsomer man, but I promise you, when I say so, she turns as pale as any cloth in the whole world. Do not Rosemary and Romeo both begin with a letter? Yes, nurse. What of that? Both with an R. I'll mock her. That is the dog's name. R is for the no. I know it begins with some other letter. And she has the prettiest sayings about you and Rosemary. It would do you good to hear them. Commend me to your lady. Yes, 1,000 times. Peter. Romeo exits. Coming. Go ahead and quickly. They exit. Juliet enters Capulet's garden. The clock struck 9 when I sent the nurse. She promised to return in half an hour. Perhaps she could not meet him. No, that cannot be. Oh, she is slow. Love's messengers should be thoughts, which glide 10 times faster than the sunbeams driving shadows back over dark hills. That is why nimble winged doves draw love's chariot, and why windswift Cupid has wings. Now the sun is on the highest hill of today's journey, and from 9 until 12 is 3 long hours, yet she has not come. If she had young feelings and warm youthful blood, she would move as swiftly as a ball. My words would send her bouncing to my sweet love, and his words would send her back to me. But old people, many of them act as if they were dead, clumsy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. The nurse enters with Peter. Oh God, she comes. Oh sweet nurse, what news? Have you met with him? Send your man away. Peter, stay at the gate. Peter exits. Now, good sweet nurse, O Lord, why do you look sad? If the news is sad, still tell it cheerfully. If it is good, you spoil the music of sweet news by playing it to me with such a sour face. I am tired. Give me leave to rest a while. Why, how my bones ache. What a trip I have had. I wish you had my bones, and I had your news. Come now, I beg you, speak. Good nurse, speak. Jesu, what haste! Can you not wait a little? Do you not see that I am out of breath? How can you be out of breath, when you have breath enough to tell me that you are out of breath? The excuse you make for this delay is longer than the story you are delaying. Is your news good or bad? Answer that. Say either one, and I will wait for the details. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad? Well, you have made a foolish choice. You do not know how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not him. Though his face is better than any man's, his leg surpasses every man's, and as for his hand, foot, and body, though they are not to be talked about, they are beyond compare. He is not the very flower of courtesy, but I will answer for him. He is as gentle as a lamb. Go your ways, girl, serve God. What, have you eaten dinner at home? No. But all this I knew before. What does he say about our marriage? What about that? Lord, how my head aches. What a head I have. It beats as if it would fall into 20 pieces. And my back on the other side. Oh, my back, my back. Shame on your heart for sending me around to catch my death with all this running up and down. Truly, I am sorry you are not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what does my love say? Your love speaks like an honest gentleman, and a courteous one, and a kind one, and a handsome one, and I warrant a virtuous one. Where is your mother? Where is my mother? Why, she is inside. Where else should she be? How strangely you answer. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother? Oh, God's dear lady, are you so hot-tempered? Well then, come now, I suppose. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? From now on, do your own errands. What a fuss this is. Come, what does Romeo say? Have you got permission to go to confession today? I have. Then hurry from here to Friar Lawrence's cell. There waits a husband to make you a wife. Now the playful blood rises in your cheeks, they will turn scarlet straightway at any news. Hurry to church. I must go another way, to fetch a ladder by which your love must soon climb to a bird's nest when it is dark. I am the drudge, and toil for your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon tonight. Go. I will go to dinner. Hurry to the cell. Hurry to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell. They exit. Friar Lawrence and Romeo enter Friar Lawrence's cell. May heaven smile upon this holy act, so that later hours do not scold us with sorrow. Amen. But let whatever sorrow can come, it cannot outweigh the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Only join our hands with holy words, then love-devouring death may do whatever he dares. It is enough that I may call her mine. These violent delights have violent ends, and die in their triumph, like fire and powder, which consume each other as they kiss. The sweetest honey becomes disgusting through its own deliciousness, and in the tasting ruins the appetite. Therefore love moderately, love that lasts does so. Too swift arrives as badly as too slow. Juliet enters. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light a foot will never wear out the everlasting stone. A lover could walk across the spider threads that drift in the playful summer air and still not fall. That is how light vanity is. Good evening to my spiritual confessor. Romeo shall thank you, daughter, for us both. As much to him, or else his thanks are too much. Ah, Juliet, if the measure of your joy is piled as high as mine, and if you have more skill to describe it, then sweeten the air around us with your breath, and let the rich music of your tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both of us receive from each other in this dear meeting. Feeling that is richer in substance than in words boasts of what it owns, not of ornament. Only beggars can count their wealth. But my true love has grown to such excess that I cannot add up even half of my riches. Come with me, and we will make short work of it. For with your permission, you shall not stay alone together until Holy Church has made two into one. They exit. Mercutio, Benvolio, page, and servants enter in a public place. Please, good Mercutio, let us go home. The day is hot, the Capulets are out, and if we meet them we will not escape a fight, because in weather like this, mad blood starts boiling. You are like one of those fellows who, as soon as he steps inside a tavern, slaps his sword on the table and says, God grant I have no need of you. Then after the second cup has worked on him, he draws on the drawer when there is no need at all. Am I like such a fellow? Come, you are as hot. tempered a man as any in Italy, as quickly stirred to anger as anyone, and as soon angry as ready to be stirred. And stirred to what? Why, if there were two men like you, there would soon be none, because each would kill the other. You would quarrel with a man for having one hair more or one hair less in his beard than you have. You would quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, for no other reason than that you have hazel eyes. What eye except that sort of eye would spy out such a quarrel? Your head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of food, and yet your head has been beaten as rotten as an egg because of quarreling. You have quarreled with a man for coughing in the street because he woke your dog that was lying asleep in the sun. Did you not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter? And with another man for tying his new shoes with an old ribbon? And yet you will lecture me against quarreling. If I were as ready to quarrel as you are, any man could buy the whole lease of my life for an hour and a quarter. The whole lease. O simple man. Tybalt and others enter. By my head, here come the Capulets. By my heel, I do not care. Follow me closely, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good afternoon. A word with one of you. Only one word with one of us? Pair it with something else. Make it a word and a blow. You will find me ready enough for that, sir, if you give me occasion. Could you not take some occasion without my giving it? Mercutio, you keep company with Romeo. Company? What do you make us musicians? If you make musicians of us, expect to hear nothing but discord. Here is my fiddlestick. Here is what will make you dance. God's wounds, company. We are talking here in a public place where men gather. Either withdraw to some private place and discuss your grievances calmly, or else leave. Everyone here is staring at us. Men's eyes were made to look, so let them stare. I will not move for any man's pleasure. Romeo enters. Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man. I will be hanged, sir, if he wears your uniform. Go ahead to the field, and he will follow you. In that sense your worship may call him your man. Romeo, the love I bear you can offer no better word than this. You are a villain. Tybalt, the reason I have to love you greatly excuses the anger that belongs with such a greeting. I am no villain. Therefore farewell. I see you do not know me. Boy, this will not excuse the injuries you have done me. Turn and draw. I swear I never injured you, but love you better than you can imagine until you know the reason for my love. And so, good Capulet, a name I value as dearly as my own, be satisfied. O come, dishonorable, vile submission. The thrusting stroke will carry this away. Tybalt, you rat, catcher, will you step aside and fight? What do you want with me? Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives. I mean to take that one boldly, and depending on how you behave with me afterward, beat the remaining 8 dry. Will you pull your sword out of its scabbard by the ears? Hurry, or mine will be around your ears before yours is out. I am ready for you. Gentle Mercutio, put your rapier away. Come, sir, your lunge. They fight. Draw up, Benvolio, beat down their weapons. Gentlemen, for shame, stop this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince has expressly forbidden this fighting in Verona's streets. Hold Tybalt. Good Mercutio. Tybalt leaves with his supporters. I am hurt. A plague on both your houses. I am finished. Has he gone away unharmed? What, are you hurt? Yes, a scratch, a scratch. Still, it is enough. Where is my page? Go, boy, fetch a surgeon. The page exits. Have courage, man. The wound cannot be much. No, it is not as deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door, but it is enough, it will do. Ask for me tomorrow, and you will find me a grave man. I am done for, I promise you, as far as this world is concerned. A plague on both your houses. God's wounds, a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat, to scratch a man to death. A braggart, a rogue, a villain who fights by the rule book of arithmetic. Why the devil did you come between us? I was hurt under your arm. I thought I was doing everything for the best. Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses. They have made food for worms out of me. I have been hit, and soundly too. Your houses. Mercutio and Benvolio exit. This gentleman, the prince's close kinsman, my dearest friend, has received his mortal wound on my behalf. My reputation is stained by Tybalt's slander, Tybalt, who has been my cousin for an hour. O sweet Juliet, your beauty has made me soft, and in my nature has weakened valor's steel. Benvolio returns. O Romeo, Romeo, brave Mercutio is dead. That gallant spirit has climbed to the clouds, too soon for one who scorned the earth. This day's black fate will hang over many days to come. This only begins the sorrow that others must end. Tybalt returns. Here comes furious Tybalt back again. Back in triumph with Mercutio killed? Respectful gentleness, fly away to heaven, let fire, ride fury guide me now. Now, Tybalt, take back the word villain that you gave me a little while ago, for Mercutio's soul is only a little way above our heads, waiting for yours to keep him company. Either you or I, or both of us, must go with him. You wretched boy, who kept company with him here, shall go away with him. This will decide that. They fight. Tybalt falls. Romeo, away, be gone. The citizens are up, and Tybalt is slain. Do not stand there stunned. Hence will sentence you to death if you are taken. Go, be gone away. Oh, I am fortune's fool. Why do you stay? Romeo exits. Citizens enter. Which way did the man run who killed Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer, which way did he run? There lies that Tybalt. Get up, sir, and go with me. I command you in the prince's name. Obey. The prince enters attended with Montague, Capulet, their wives, and others. Where are the vile starters of this fight? O noble prince, I can reveal all the unlucky course of this fatal brawl. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo, who killed your kinsman, brave Mercutio. Tybalt, my cousin. O my brother's child. O prince. O husband. O the blood of my dear kinsman has been spilled. Prince, if you are just, for blood of ours shed the blood of Montague. O cousin, cousin. Then Folio, who began this bloody fight. Tybalt, who lies here slain, and whom Romeo's hand killed. Romeo spoke him fairly, told him to consider how slight the quarrel was, and reminded him of your severe displeasure. All this, spoken with gentle breath, a calm look, and knees humbly bent, could not make peace with Tybalt's unruly anger, deaf to peace. Instead, he thrust with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast. Mercutio, just as hot, turned deadly point against point, and with a fighter's scorn, with one hand beat cold death aside, and with the other sent it back to Tybalt, whose skill returned it. Romeo cried aloud, "Hold, friends! Friends part!" And faster than his tongue, his quick arm beat down their fatal points, and he rushed between them. Under his arm, a hateful thrust from Tybalt struck the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But very soon he came back to Romeo, who had only just welcomed revenge, and at once they went at it like lightning. Before I could draw to part them, stout Tybalt was slain, and as he fell, Romeo turned and fled. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die. He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false, he does not speak the truth. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and all those 20 could only kill one life. I beg for justice which you, prince, must give. Romeo killed Tybalt, Romeo must not live. Romeo killed him, he killed Mercutio. Who now must pay the price for his dear blood? Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault only brought about what the law should have ended, the life of Tybalt. And for that offense, we immediately exile him from here. I have a share in the results of your hatred. My own blood lies bleeding because of your rude brawls. But I will punish you with such a heavy fine that you will all repent the loss I have suffered. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Neither tears nor prayers shall buy off your wrongdoing, so use none. Let Romeo leave here in haste, or when he is found, that hour will be his last. Carry this body away, and wait for our will. Mercy only murders when it pardons those who kill. They exit.
And there we pause again. The wedding day has turned to slaughter. Mercutio cut down beneath Romeo's own arm, cursing both the houses as he dies. Tybalt killed by Romeo in revenge, and Romeo himself condemned by the prince to banishment from Verona, on pain of death. The marriage is but hours old, and already the lovers are to be torn apart. Next time, in part 3, Juliet's grief, a desperate friar, and a sleeping potion. Mind the footnotes, and beware the folly.